Hello everybody and welcome to our brand new YouTube channel, Explore KC. We're going to bring a lot of the great things that we have here in Kansas City, things like restaurants, shops, attractions, pretty much anything that we can do to highlight Kansas City.
Yeah, and so a little bit about Curtis and I. We were both born and raised here in Kansas City, Lee Summit specifically, and both are currently raising families here as well. And then in our professional lives, we help people relocate to the Kansas City area. So we thought, what better way to showcase what everything Kansas City has to offer.
Yeah, and to get things kicked right off, it is the holiday season, so we're going to start this off with a Christmas episode, and we're going to go showcase the 4 staple Christmas things around Kansas City. So let's go jump to our first location. All right, so our first location is Union Station. This is one of my favorite buildings in Kansas City. We could probably do a whole episode just on Union Station. But for the Christmas season, they've been decorating Union Station for as long as I can remember. When you walk through the doors into the Grand Hall, that's the main lobby area that they call it, you've got several Christmas trees that are just huge, great photo opportunities. If you look up in the archways, you know, they've got huge wreaths and it's just all decked out with Christmas lighting.
Yeah, and so the next opportunity would be to go explore the Grand Plaza. And so what the Grand Plaza offers is all different types of Christmas decorations, Christmas trees, photo opportunities. And so the Grand Plaza does have a ticket fee of $7, which I highly suggest you do that ahead of time instead of waiting in line at Union Station. And then there's also a small train ride for kids. And they also have a Santa sleigh ride. It is a virtual reality sleigh ride. So the train ride is $5 and the Santa sleigh ride is $6.
There were tons of people doing the VR thing. It looked pretty cool. The whole thing like moves. It's like what do they call that? 4D experience?
Yeah, it's if you've ever been to like Universal Studios, it feels like one of those rides.
It's pretty cool. Of course, Union Station is, you know, historically a train station, right? So of course they incorporated model trains into this display. So if you go towards the back, they've got a section that is all Christmas trains, and it's all set up to look like a, what do you call it, a winter wonderland, I guess.
Yep.
Fake snow, Christmas lights. It's really cool. You can actually go behind the Grand Hall and there's like a whole other room of just model trains, and they're all running, lights, animated figures, all that. It's really, really cool. And then of course, you can't leave there without going through the gift shop, get you some souvenirs, walk past the Rocky Mountain chocolate factory, get you some chocolate. And then once you're done there, you can actually leave from this location to our second location through the Skylink.
So our second location takes us to Crown Center. This is just a quick walk from Union Station via the Skylink. So it's really easy. You'll follow the signs in Union Station to get to the Skylink, and then you'll just follow the Skywalk across the roads. And then once you get to the end of the Skywalk, you'll see signs for the Skylink, and then you can just follow those to wherever you need to go. So the link drops you off at by the stores, or my favorite thing is take a little detour and there's a waterfall in the hotel. Awesome to see. And then Crown Center offers lots of local shops, Halls being my favorite shop, and then lots of restaurants as well. Fritz's is always a favorite restaurant for the kids.
You really love that waterfall.
I do. I really do.
Funny. Yeah, so like he was saying, you get dropped off from the Skylink right into the Crown Center, what do you call that? The area where all the indoor shopping and restaurants are. You can do all of that without even going outside, which is pretty cool. But just outside of Crown Center Plaza is, I think they call it the Crown Center Square, which is where all the outdoor festivities take place for the mayor's Christmas tree lighting ceremony. I didn't realize this year was the 50th anniversary for that. And a little fun fact that I learned was that each year they take that tree down, they cut it into pieces and make ornaments and sell it next year, and all those proceeds go to local charities, which is really cool.
That's awesome.
So very elaborate, very extravagant, great photo opportunities. Kind of in the square area, there's a bunch of model train things for kids to play on, and it looked like a lot of fun. Right next to the Christmas tree area is the ice skating rink. That's been a staple for as long as I can remember. I remember going there in high school with our friends and seeing who could go the fastest. So you go to the ice skating area. It is $8 admission for adults and $5 for a skate rental, and you can skate till your body drops.
I saw that going differently in my mind.
It's open until mid-March, so you can actually buy season passes for like 120 bucks. While we were there shooting some footage, it was pretty cool. There was a guy that was clearly some sort of professional skater. He may have been a hockey player, but I told him to take my camera and he took a zip around the circle, and it was really cool. All right, so the third stop on our list is just a few miles south of Union Station in Crown Center Plaza, and that is the Country Club Plaza. Very cool area. It's just a bunch of restaurants and shops with this very Spanish architecture. But during the holidays, they really decorate all of the buildings with just tons and tons of Christmas lights. It's a tradition that's been going on for about 90 years now. It all started with just one building that put lights on the front, and then over time that just kind of snowballed into what we see today. Little fun fact that I learned is the day after Labor Day, there are 4 electricians that work pretty much around the clock to light up the entire Country Club Plaza. It's not like you would assume that they would just leave them up there all year round. They put them up and take them down every single year, so I thought that's pretty wild.
Yeah, so they have a huge lighting ceremony the night of Thanksgiving every year to what we call flip the switch, which is the lights actually going on. So the whole event is a 3-hour event. It has different guest speakers, has different singers, performers, most of them with Kansas City ties. And then every year a special guest is selected to start the countdown and flip the switch, which is at 6:52 every year.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, the special guests that they've had in the past. Some of the most obvious ones are like Trent Green or George Brett. There's also some pretty famous actors like Paul Rudd, Jason Sudeikis, Eric Stonestreet. It's really cool to see, how involved people get in this ceremony. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, and the nice thing about the special guests is they always have ties, some ties to Kansas City. So they always keep it local, which is awesome.
Yeah, very cool.
All right, and so for our final KC Christmas attraction, we go to Longview Lake, where the Jackson County Parks and Rec has been putting on an awesome drive-through Christmas display, and this happens to be its 35th year. So this is an easy attraction because you don't even have to leave your car.
Yeah, so this is a free event, like Taylor was saying. It happens in your car. You don't have to get dressed. You can do it in your PJs. I remember every year we would just pile in the car with some snacks and some hot cocoa and just go drive through it. The actual experience when you get into the park is only about 10 minutes, but you can wait in some pretty long lines if you're not careful on when you go.
Yeah, so the gates, very important. The gates open every day at 5:30 or every evening, okay? I suggest getting there a little bit earlier than that because they will form a line before 5:30, and sometimes these lines can be 3+ hours long just to get to the display. So the pro tip is go early in the season, go early in the week, and go early in the day, okay? So as early as you can, or the other thing is go after Christmas because it does run all the way through the end of the year.
All right, well, thank you all. That's going to wrap it up for our very first episode. Glad you guys tuned in. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button so you can see what comes up next.
And hit the little bell right there so you can be notified when our new episodes drop.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.